There's only about 1 month left of 2023. Among the various football boots and turf shoes I have tried this year, there were boots that were both above and below my expectations. In today's video, I will review 2 football boots and 2 turf shoes that I think were the best of 2023. My first choice is made in Japan Mizuno Morelia Neo 4 Beta, which are by far the best football boots I've ever worn in my life. Mizuno focused on providing barefoot sensation with the premium kangaroo leather, mesh synthetic midfoot, elastic knitted material, arch support construction, and flexible outsole. All these different materials are fused in together perfectly so that you feel like you're not wearing anything on your feet. Every time I put my feet in them, I'm like, wow, they're super comfortable. And unlike other natural leather boots, they feel lightweight and airy inside. I usually prefer kicking the ball with synthetic leather boots over natural leather boots because of the better impact, but Mizuno Morelia provides such a great kicking impact for natural leather boots. The downside of the Mizuno Morelia is that unlike Mizuno Alpha, they do not offer an AG model for the high-end models. The one I wore is a MD model, but I felt stud pressure on most of the artificial grass fields in Korea. Also, they are more slippery than turf shoes on very short artificial grass fields, and people will either love or hate the slightly elevated toe box construction. But overall, they are close to perfection, so I wouldn't have any complaints if Mizuno kept them this way forever. My second pick is New Balance Furon V7 Pro. The elasticity of the hypo knit upper is as good as that of Puma Future or high-quality natural leather. However, it doesn't only stretch out but also wraps around your feet like jeans or cotton pants with spandex material, so they hold your feet snugly all over. The internal lining is made from a very soft and slightly cushioned mesh material, which improves the fit. Surprisingly, the overall fit feels very much like or even better than the well-made kangaroo leather boots thanks to the high-quality knitted upper and the internal lining. Moreover, I wore the 2E size, which is a very good choice for people with wide feet. The US size 8.5 or 265mm only weighs 166.9 grams, so you feel very nimble when you run around. The price is $215, which is cheaper than other brands' high-end football boots. Some downsides are that the kick impact does not feel as impactful as other speed silo football boots for some reason. Also, the FG model studs are very aggressive blade studs that I almost got injured while playing a game on a short artificial grass field. So I will try out the AG model and review them next year. My first pick of the turf shoes is Desporte Tessa Lite 2 Pro TF. I've tried out 3 different products from Desporte this year, and all of them had their own points that make you want to wear them, but Tessa Lite fits my feet the best. Unlike other boots, their lace holes come down to the point of the ball of your feet, which allows you to adjust the tension to match your feet's width, making it a good option for the wide feet. Before I wore Tessa Lite, I was worried about its fit because the kangaroo leather was applied only on a small area regardless of its high quality. However, I was able to move my toes freely inside, and the relatively rigid synthetic material on the midfoot hugs my feet softly yet tightly, so the overall fit was very satisfactory. The double density rubber outsole is slightly harder than other turf shoes, so I didn't feel like they lacked this explosiveness while running compared to polyurethane outsole football boots. The kick impact was satisfactory because the point where you hit the ball with is where the rigid synthetic leather is applied. The best feature about Desporte's Pro model is its nanox silicone foam on top of the midsole and insole. Although the midsole provides little cushioning and the outsole is harder than the other turf shoes, they feel cushiony overall because of the nanox foam. Especially the basic insole's cushion on the heel area is phenomenal, so I even put them in my everyday shoes and other football boots or turf shoes to increase the comfort on the bottom of my feet. US size 8.5 or 265mm weighs 291.2 grams, which is quite heavy and does feel heavy on feet. Even though it is heavy, I truly enjoy wearing them because of the great traction on artificial grass and short turf fields, plus Nanox foam's great shock absorption ability. The Nike Tiempo Legend 10 Pro model, in my opinion, is the best takedown model of this year because it imitates the natural leather feeling better than the Elite model, which is almost twice the price. The upper is pliable right out of the box and actually wrinkles like the natural leather cleats. If Nike didn't say this is a synthetic leather, I would have believed they were natural leather boots. When I put my feet inside, the upper hugs my feet smoothly without squeezing or adding unpleasant pressure points from the upper bunching up. The tension I had in the beginning went away after 10 to 15 minutes as the body heat gradually stretches the upper. The midsole is some kind of nameless EVA midsole that I didn't expect much from, but it provides such a soft cushioning, even better than Nike React or Zoom Air on the other Pro models. The thin upper has a grippy feeling due to the crispy ACC and microdot texturing, which provides an outstanding touch sensation, and the kick impact was also decent. It was a bit harder to choose the size of Tiempo Legend 10 because the length is same but the width was tighter compared to other Nike boots. It was still slightly tight after 2 days of putting a shoe stretcher inside, so I went half a size bigger, which is US 9 or 270mm, and the width was comfortable from the beginning, but the length felt too long. So I recommend going true to your size if you have a shoe stretcher at home, but if not, I recommend going half a size bigger for your own sake. Also, the Tiempo Legend 10 Pro TF model lacks this springy sensation during the sprint or a quick turn, so I tried out the Tiempo Legend 10 Pro AG model. The studs are round and low enough to play even on a short artificial grass field, so for those of you who don't like turf shoes, the AG model is a good option as well. One thing to keep in mind is that some of the studs cracked after a few wears. To shortly summarize if the boots I recommended last year are still good options for this year, I highly recommend giving Nike Mercurial Vapor 15 Elite a try due to its soft but tight fit and sticky ball touch feeling. But most of all, the Zoom Air's cushion feeling and energy return is something you cannot experience in other football boots. Puma Future's fit is close to those of soft natural leather cleats, and I do notice more and more professional players wearing them. I've also enjoyed wearing the MG model over the last 2 years because they're a great option on artificial grass fields, but the newest MG outsole with added paybacks feels more rigid than the previous model. I hope they can come up with a solution for this soon. I wore Vapor 15 Pro TF a lot during the futsal games last year because I like how the grippy and thin upper provides this one-to-one sensation to the ball. However, they lack cushion on the bottom, so I personally prefer wearing Adidas X Crazy Fast.1 TF or Nike Tiempo Legend 10 Pro TF this year. Athleta Array A005 has a decent quality kangaroo leather and suede material heel and tongue, making it a good bang for the buck. I still bring them around on the days I want to play chill because of its natural fit and ball touch feeling. Please check out my video from last year for more details on last year's best boots. In conclusion, the best football boots and turf shoes are the ones that fit to your feet the best, but I guarantee that you won't regret it if you buy the ones I recommended last year and this year if the size is right. All in all, I really recommend giving Mercurial Vapor 15 Elite and made in Japan Mizuno Morelia Nail 4 Beta a try. They expanded the boundaries of football boots to a new level.